All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going to break down the entire workflow for making your own AI-powered animated shorts. I'm talking from that very first little idea all the way to the finished product. So, when you think about making a cartoon, what comes to mind? A huge animation team? Weeks, maybe months of rendering? Well, I'm here to tell you that's the old way of thinking. The game has totally, and I mean fundamentally, changed. You know, the old way? It was just a grind. Super slow, crazy expensive, and you needed a whole team just to handle the complicated software. But now, the AI approach is the exact opposite. It's fast, it's accessible, and it's absolutely perfect for a solo creator like you, using simple tools right in your web browser. This isn't just a small step forward, it's a massive leap, a total revolution in how we can tell stories. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to walk through this whole journey in 5 simple stages. First up, the spark, where we go from an idea to a script. Then, the look, which is all about creating our visuals. After that, the voice, giving our characters a voice. Then, of course, the motion, bringing it all to life. And finally, the final cut, where we put it all together. Sound good? Let's go. All right, let's start right at the beginning. Because honestly, every great animation, I don't care if it's a giant blockbuster or a quick 30-second short, it all starts with the exact same thing, a really solid story. So how do you get that story and get it fast? Well, the process is actually way simpler than you might think. You can start with your own idea or, hey, even just grab inspiration from a title of a video you like. Then you just pop that idea into something like ChatGPT and ask it for a story. But, and this is the real pro move right here, don't just ask for a story, ask it for a scene-by-scene breakdown. I'm talking visual descriptions, lines for the voiceover, and even prompts to get you started on the images and animation. Seriously, it does all the hard work for you. Okay, we've got our script, which is basically our blueprint, so now it's time to actually build the world. This is the fun part, where we take all those words and turn them into something we can actually see. But let's be real for a second. This is where a lot of people get stuck. The single biggest challenge with AI image generation is character consistency, right? How do you stop your main character from looking like a totally different person from one scene to the next? It's a huge problem, because if the look keeps changing, the audience can't connect, and your story just kind of falls apart. Luckily, there's a solution. So tools like OpenArt have pretty much cracked this code. Here's how it works. You start by just describing your character in detail. Then you pick an art style, and let me tell you, that Pixar style works so well for these shorts. The AI will spit out a few versions. You just pick your favorite, and then this is the magic part. You lock in that character. From that moment on, the AI knows exactly who you're talking about for every single scene you create. Problem solved. All right, let me give you a few quick pro tips to really make your visuals pop. First, even after you've locked in your character, it's a good idea to still include their full description in every new prompt. It just helps keep the AI on track, you know? Second, and this is a big one, set your aspect ratio to 9:16 for shorts before you start generating. It'll save you a ton of headaches later. And finally, don't just generate one image per scene. Make a few. That way you have options when you're editing. Okay, so we have our script, we have our scenes, but something's missing. We need to actually hear them, right? It's time to give our characters a voice. And this is a big one. Come on, we've all heard those awful, robotic, monotone AI voices, right? So the real question is, how do you get a voice that actually sounds human? You know, with emotion and natural pacing? Well, the secret here isn't just about picking the right tool, even though a platform like ElevenLabs is, one of the best in the game. The real magic, the thing that makes all the difference, is actually a little trick you do with your script before you even generate the voice. Okay, you ready for the secret sauce? It's so simple. You take your script, paste it back into ChatGPT, and just ask it to add punctuation for natural speech flow. That's it. The AI will sprinkle in all the right commas, periods, and pauses that tell the voice generator how to perform naturally. Then, you take that polished script over to ElevenLabs, find a voice you love, and you can get a performance that is just shockingly close to a real human actor. Okay, we've got our visuals locked in, we've got our audio sounding amazing. Now it's time for the main event, the animation. This is where we take those beautiful static images and bring them to life with movement. So when it comes to animation, you've basically got 2 main options. There's image to video, where you take an image you already made and tell the AI how to animate it. This gives you a ton of control, and it's perfect for our scene-by-scene story. The other way is text-to-video, where you just write a description and it makes a video from scratch. It's faster, sure, but way less predictable. So for what we're doing, image-to-video is hands down the winner, using tools like OpenArt, Revid AI, or Runway. And the process is super straightforward. You just upload your scene image into your tool of choice, you pick an animation model, and then, and this is the most important part, you write a motion prompt. Now listen closely. You're not describing the image again, you're describing the movement. Things like the wind gently sways his flippers, or the ocean sparkles in the background. Just small, subtle things. Then you set your length, maybe 5 seconds or so, and boom, you hit generate. All right, deep breath. We've done the hard work. We've got our script, our images, our voices, our animated clips. We have all the pieces of the puzzle. Now it's time to put it all together in the final cut. And you don't need some fancy, expensive software for this. A simple, free editor like CapCut or Kapwing is perfect. Seriously, all you do is drag your animated clips onto the timeline in the right order. Then you drop your voiceover track underneath and line it up with the action. Throw in a little background music, maybe a few sound effects to really sell it, and you're almost there. Oh, and one last thing. Use an auto caption tool. Trust me, it's an absolute must for grabbing attention on social media. Okay, before we finish up, I've got one more bonus pro tip for you. This one solves a really common problem, a real headache. What do you do when you have a perfect animated clip, but it's landscape and you need it to be portrait for short? Whatever you do, don't just crop it and lose half your beautiful image. There's a much smarter way. Here's the hack. In an editor like CapCut, put your video on the vertical timeline and just take a screenshot. You'll have the black bars on the top and bottom. Now, take that screenshot over to Adobe Firefly and use its amazing generative fill feature to magically extend the image up and down. It just fills in the world. Then you bring that new full-size image back into your editor as a background and put your original video on top. It is, and I'm not exaggerating, an absolute game changer. You know, this quote from Grant Tellick really hits the nail on the head. The whole point of all these tools is to get the technical junk out of the way, so you can spend less time fighting with complicated settings and more time doing what you actually want to do, crafting a story that connects with people. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? It's simple, really. AI has completely opened up the world of animation. The power to make something amazing isn't just for big studios with huge budgets anymore. It's now in your hands. It's for anyone and everyone who has a story they want to tell. So there you have it. The tools are ready, you've got the workflow down, and trust me, there's an audience out there waiting to see what you create. So really, there's only one question left to ask. What story are you going to create first?